This is today's WWE NXT full show results video, and the show started with a match between D'Angelo family versus the Dyad for the NXT Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was D'Angelo family won the match by pinfall with a back suplex rock bottom from Tony D'Angelo on Rip Fowler, retaining the NXT Tag Team Championship. Backstage, Carmelo Hayes is signing autographs when Wesley rolls up to complain he hasn't returned his calls, and Lee tells him to finish up because once he's beaten Dijak, the only thing Hayes will have to sign is a contract for a title match. The next match happened between Blair Davenport versus Dana Brooke, and the result of this match was Blair Davenport defeated Dana Brooke by pinfall with a pair of Kamigoye-style knee strikes. The next match happened between Drew Gulak versus Trick Williams, and the result of this match was Trick Williams defeated Drew Gulak by pinfall with Cyclone Kill in post-match. Trick tells Ilya Dragunov that he'll be dragging that ass next week. Back from the commercial, Baron Corbin cuts a promo about how this new era is going to put him back in the main event where he belongs, and then Robert Stone and Von Wagner interrupted him. Robert says he knows he wants to get back to the top of this place and he has the qualifications, but there's one guy standing in his way, and that guy's name is Von Wagner. Baron asks if Wagner can talk and tells Stone to give him the mic, which he obliges, and Corbin immediately says that was a bad idea and explains to Von that you gotta learn to talk on the stick to make it in this business. Wagner says maybe he doesn't talk enough, but maybe Baron talks too much, and it's the same sob story every week and everybody's tired of it. Next week Corbin can come out here with one of his lame gimmicks, but Von's moving up the ladder and his ass is in the way, so next week he's got a reservation for one and a table for one, and Baron's bald-headed ass is gonna get tabled, and Corbin attacks, but Von fends him off and sends him packing with a lariat over the ropes. Backstage, Rhea Ripley is chatting with Dominic Mysterio when she addresses Lyra Valkyria and offers to show her how it's done in a mixed tag with Dragon Lee as Dom's opponent, next week. Back from the commercial, we get a Mustafa Ali vignette where he makes a campaign speech as to why he should be NXT North American Champion. The next match happened between Donovan Dijak versus Wesley to become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, and the result of this match was Wesley won the match by pinfall with a spiral tap when Eddie Thorpe distracted Dijak, becoming the #1 contender to the NXT Championship. Lyra Valkyria is backstage pacing when Dragon Lee rolls up to talk about the mixed tag they got challenged to. They run their opponents down and Lyra says they need to be as tight together as Rhea and Dom are. Dragon says he's taken, but Valkyria says it's just they need to be on the same page. The next match happened between Joe Coffey versus Tyler Bate, and the match goes to a no contest because Dabba-Kato attacked on Tyler Bate and Joe Coffey. Braun Breaker confronted Corbin backstage to complain that he's not finished with Wagner. Baron tells him he looked pretty finished when he got put through a table, and Breaker says he'll be watching next week, and Corbin tells him he's not intimidated and he walks away. Back from the commercial, we get a new episode of hard-hitting home truths, and Nathan Fraser talks about his Heritage Cup maneuverings and metaphor cut in with Supernova sessions. Fraser reveals a fraud alarm he can hit every time Dar lies, and Dar tells him he'll see him at Heatwave next week. The next match happened between Jacy Jayne versus Thea Hale, and the result of this match was Jacy Jayne defeated Thea Hale by pinfall with a small package. Then Wesley makes his entrance, contract in hand and dragging a table behind him, and Carmelo Hayes also came, and Hayes says everybody thinks because he holds the title it's luxurious, and yeah, it comes with perks, but also responsibilities. He says Wes is one of the greatest North American champions and he carried that title with prestige and responsibility, but until he's walked in his gold-studded loafers, Lee can't talk to him about how easy he has it. Wesley says it's the same title he got the most eyes on until Melo put it on the map with bangers for months across 2 reigns, but this isn't about that title, it's about the NXT Championship that he holds, and although he agrees with 90% of what he's saying, next week at Heatwave, Wesley can't beat him. Wes signs the contract and tells Hayes to do the same, and Melo also signs the contract and holds his title high in front of Lee's face, and Wes jumps up and stomps through the table and says he'll see him at Heatwave, and the show goes off the air.